Joining me now is Reverend Dr. William Barber, co-chair of the Poor People's Campaign and president of Repairers of the Breach. Thank you so much for being with us this morning.
God bless you. Thank you.
You are calling today Moral Monday. They've organized caravans of remembrance in nearly 24 places to honor the 250,000+ people who have died from the coronavirus. Talk about the significance right now of these COVID-era marches.
Yeah, we're doing these caravans in the midst of COVID because we are clear, poor and low people, our religious allies and advocates, that Trump and McConnell and the Republicans are more committed to trying to change people's vote counts and protect people from starving and protect people from being placed in caskets. This is indeed the crimes against humanity. So in 25 state capitals in D.C., people will get in their cars, they will make makeshift signs to mourn and remember those who have died thousands needlessly, and declare that in their name we must fight for just COVID relief, we must fight for a smooth transition, and we must fight for a moral agenda to truly address completely what's going on in our midst. In New York and in Mississippi, they will actually carry caskets and tombstones and other places around the country. We've got 257,000 people dead. Over 210,000 didn't have to die, according to the study at Columbia. 100 million people who are food insecure. 1 out of every 4 persons are unemployed or working at poverty wages. And Sister Jackson, this is mostly poor and low-income people who are already hurting, already in trouble prior to COVID.
That's right. Right, and you talk about that intersection of people who are marginalized and people who are being hit by the pandemic. So as we look ahead to the incoming administration, President-elect Biden, who's focused on the pandemic, what are you looking for from that administration specifically to take care of the communities that are disproportionately affected by this?
Well, first of all, we can't be compromising with the people who've not done anything to protect people from caskets and protect people from these catastrophes. Then we have to look at what the deaths look like. 8,000 deaths among Asian, over 46,000 among Black people, over 2,000 among Indigenous, over 46,000 among Latinos, and over 123,000 among white people. And most of them are poor and low wealth. So if that's true, and which it is, we need free, equitable access to testing, treatment, vaccine, regardless of people's race, color, sexuality. We have to have guaranteed health care for all, regardless of pre-existing conditions. We've got to first expand Medicaid, but then we got to make sure that health care is not connected to your job or to your body, because over 12 million people, when they lost their jobs, they lost their health care. We got to expand funding for Indian health services. We should have expanded food stamps and access to food. We have to raise the minimum wage. We have to remember that in normal recessions, the manufacturing industry gets hurt first, but in COVID, low-wealth people doing face-to-face jobs, mostly poor and low-wealth, they are the ones being hit the hardest. We need to raise the minimum wage to $15 now, not 5 years, 10 years from now, but now. And we must have unemployment, paid sick leave, family sick leave, all the things that the people we call essential workers don't have. They are telling me we feel like we are expendable. It's not essential workers. And we've got to protect people's housing and make sure that we stop anybody from kicking people out of their homes because of their rent or their mortgage or their utilities.